Hello everyone, thanks for joining me on this Trenton WX tropical forecast video. And in today's video, we're going to be focusing on Hurricane Milton, or soon to be Major Hurricane Milton. But before I start, please consider subscribing, as it would tremendously help out this channel and help spread the word about any severe tropical weather events. So here we have Hurricane Milton currently on the infrared satellite. You can see all this convection around where the eye will be. And the eye wall has formed pretty nice for this storm, which means that the next step of this storm strengthening is undergoing that rapid intensification as it was forecasted to. So this is the HAFSA model. This is a model specifically made for hurricanes. If we fast forward here to about 12 hours, you can see the storm's already strengthened pretty significantly. And as it makes its way closer to the Yucatan Peninsula, which is right here, it is going to undergo more rapid intensification, possibly even reaching a high-end Category 4 storm as it grazes the Yucatan coast. Now, the Yucatan coast will be probably experiencing some tropical storm to hurricane force winds, as some warnings are now in effect for these regions. Fast forwarding even more, it's just intensifying. Now, as it turns towards Florida, you can see that this storm is still pretty strong, but it's forecasted to undergo a rapid detensification, or just a detensification before making landfall in Florida. Now, this is caused due to some wind shear that is, feeding into the storm and kind of de-escalating it. But it will still most likely be making landfall as a possible high-end Cat 3 to a low-end Category 4 storm. And here we have the spaghetti models to give us an idea of where landfall could be of the storm. Now keep in mind that exactly where landfall is going to be is a little unknown, but we are leaning towards, most of these models are saying this could make landfall around the Tampa area. Now again, this could basically make landfall anywhere from the Cape Coral area to the Tampa area. So it's not indefinitely going to hit Tampa, but most of these models are showing it heading up that way. So these are the arrival times for tropical storm force winds of Milton. So you can see around for Florida, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning is when tropical storm force winds will be reaching the state of Florida. See, it's all the way up here in the Big Bend, and even southern Alabama and Georgia will possibly be seeing these tropical storm force winds. So here we see the rainfall of Hurricane Milton. Now keep in mind, this can fluctuate. Through the initial path of this storm, we're looking about 8 to 12 inches. Again, like I said, can fluctuate. And for the South Florida area, we can see around 2 to 6 inches. Now, around where I am in Florida, around where I live, there is probably going to be plenty of flooding probably throughout South Florida and Central Florida up here. So we'll just have to keep flooding in your mind as the storm hits. And last but not least for this forecast, we're going to be talking about the storm surge. Now, storm surge, unfortunately, although this storm may go through its detensification before it reaches Florida, it's still going to bring a load of storm surge. Now, as you can see, the Tampa area is forecasted to where it's forecasted to make landfall. You can see plenty of storm surge around these areas, especially right here. This is a Air Force base right here, so this might be underwater by the end of this week. If we go on down here to the Charlotte Harbor area, this is where I think we're going to be seeing a little more storm surge, because this is pushing all this water up through the Charlotte Harbor, and like down here you can see all this. Now, up here, these are very populated areas, so if you were under a evacuation order or warning, which there hasn't been any yet, but if you are under one, I would recommend getting out of there. It is unfortunately a very very devastating thing with these hurricanes is all the storm surge. Now, this is just a forecast map. Usually, the National Weather Service comes out with another chart. I'll keep you updated with that on the next forecasting video for Milton. That is going to be it for this forecast, but please consider subscribing if you did enjoy this video. It would tremendously help out this channel, and it would help spread the word about any severe weather events like this one. I know this video at least was a little rushed on my end, so I don't know if it even sounds good. Haven't edited yet, so my apologies if it's a little weird. But yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll be attempting to make another forecast before the storm makes landfall, and if I don't, I will be live streaming the landfall of Milton, of Major Hurricane Milton, later this week, sometime on Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time.